right, people, so you're locked in the segment called Talk the Ting with Kim. And we want to say congratulations to all our prize winners so far. We still have more prizes for you to get today. And we're going to be discussing in our discussion segment. The topic is knowing the difference
between love and infatuation.
Yes. You see, people, we'll try to tell the difference. And what I would understand is love, infatuation, is something that we all experience.
Yes, and oftentimes mixed up. Very often.
Wow. Now, what I want to figure out, though, people, how often should you fall in love? And how often should you be infatuated? Is there such a thing? Is there a limit?
I feel like I can fall in love like a 3 times.
3 times for the year?
No.
What do you mean no?
That's a love girl.
That's a love girl?
And that's a love girl. And so much time you want to feel heartbreak?
People on the live, I mean, not every time you fall out of love is heartbreaking. Sometimes I common sense tell us that this not make no sense.
The infatuation gone.
Okay, so you're saying with the little issue there, that was just infatuation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if fall in love in your life, but I say the most you need to fall in love is 4 times.
4 times. After 3, you have one more chance. Yeah. Really get it.
Yeah, you find your what you say. What name again? Forever love.
Okay, you find your true love then.
True love.
Yeah, or your love of a lifetime. Because the rest of them was practice, and then you find the real love of a lifetime. All right, people on the live, drop your comments. We want to see your views. We're trying to find out the difference between love and infatuation. Now, let's begin. All right, I saw that Adenike sent some points, had some similar stuff on mine. But let's dive into a topic that has, most of us have probably wondered about at one point. How do you really tell the difference between love and infatuation? Now, at first, this is the part where me always wonder about, they can feel very similar.
Yes.
They can feel very similar. Your heart races, you get a heartbeat, right? And you think about the person constantly, and everything feels exciting. No. Are those feelings real love, or is it a strong crush that might fade? How can you identify the difference? We're going to look at 5 key areas for you to think about, and then you can let us know if you agree, disagree, and you can share your own experiences. Yes. All right? So, what I would ask you now is, it's like a personal Adenike. I mean, you're in your younger stage right now.
Ask me, man.
Have you ever been in love?
1 time, yes.
Yes. And have you ever been infatuated?
I really like people so much again.
No, but if you're gonna fall in love, I think it had to start with some form of infatuation.
Then yeah.
Yeah. Okay. About high school, remember high school, you have the puppy love, that infatuation, You ever have oh my gosh, that never go on with you? You've always been that.
That guy, oh my gosh.
Yeah. No?
That guy that look cute.
No, we're not to eye. Let me tell you. Now make you know what we're really talking about. What was an infatuation? Alright? Ladies, nobody play like you don't know what you mean. Right?
I mean, you try your word, but
no, I'm just telling them out there. Infatuation, right? Especially when we talk about puppy love.
Yes.
You know the person, not just say, oh, that person look cute or that person look nice. You know the person based on what you know. You might not know everything, or you may not know enough,
Yeah.
But the amount that you know, you feel like you have enough info to decide that you start planning, if we're gonna go on dates. You talk to the person about relationship, we're gonna go on dates. You start probably thinking about naming the child we're gonna have, and you can take the person last name. You start see if it match with your name. Jennifer Markintosh. No, I mean, I like that. So what would you say would be? I would say I don't know. I don't want to listen. People, I'm gonna see some comments out of life. I tried to get the point out there, I think a lot of ladies get infatuated very often. It should be like a once a month or twice a year thing, at least. At least twice a year. You must find somebody where you think you know, you like. And yeah. No? Adenike say only one person she like. One person.
No, like, maybe I like somebody.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
All right. So let's look and see. We got some comments coming in. I do take advice, Lionel, and that's unbeatable chap. You say you take it, but you say you don't like to. You prefer to give than to take. That was the question. Fiona says her birthday is on Tuesday. Happy birthday when it comes, Fiona. We're going to party on Tuesday. And Fiona says she is a Taurus. Who's a Taurus? You are a Taurus? What's Taurus? I don't know. Happy birthday when it comes. And let's see here. Oh, she says you are a Taurus.
No, I'm an Aries.
Aries is the first half of April, and then Taurus is the other.
And then Ting.
Yeah, we don't really follow that, but we know what we are. We know the sign. Fiona says infatuation is surface level, and love grows deep.
Mm-hmm.
Even though infatuation is intense. See, it mash up our chest over there.
Mash up my chest.
Unbeatable says, I fall in love once. Once you fell in love once, and I that you love done.
You're in love, you're gonna get married.
Fiona says, how do you know you are in love or just going through the motion of ideas?
Go through it, Fiona. You come to the right place.
All right, so we're gonna answer all those questions. We still see more comments coming in. I like the interaction, people. We're gonna dive into our topic right about now with the meat of the matter. All right, let me see some of these new comments coming in. All right, infatuation is short-lived. Love is deep and grows over time. When the initial excitement fades out, what happens next? All right, so let's take a look at the 5 areas that you need to consider when you're trying to figure out if it's love versus infatuation. All right, number 1, what we're looking at?
So we're looking at time versus the instant spark. So infatuation often hits fast and hard, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like an emotional roller coaster, you would say. Mm-hmm. So the high that can happen almost like instantly. Yeah. So I think I someone love that person here. Yeah,
the sparks just a fly.
So you might feel obsessed with someone right away. Like when Lionel did that tell me say that me I go think about children name and my last name, son with name and one maga something, right? But love on the other hand, it tends to grow slowly over time. It is built on trust, shared experiences, and truly understanding that person. So if your feelings develop overnight, it is infatuation, my love.
Yeah, it's most likely gonna be infatuation. So I would say when you look at time versus instant spark, it's not a problem to be infatuated in people. It just means that there's a spark there. Yeah. Right. But you want to see how long this spark is gonna last. Mm-hmm. There's some people, I don't know, that's why I think people should not put up people too quickly in a relationship.
All I know, the experiences. Yeah. Sometimes you might see on the internet, you don't really know somebody until you live with them. Mm-hmm. You don't need to go through certain things, certain shit experiences. Mm-hmm. And when you see all of the person ugly ways, I can say, I really love that person for true because
despite
into something that hurts me, I'm still love it. But yeah. So you have to go through some things really.
But that's why I was saying, when you find these persons quickly to put up other people, their partner, quickly they just meet a person within a week, them put up and all them something. I'm like, people, give yourself some time. Instant spark is good enough, but that doesn't mean it's solid yet.
No, sir.
That means that the foundation probably just put on one block or one steel. It's not set good yet. So give it some time. So I understand a lot of persons say, when you know. I see the person and I know.
No, so you don't know yet.
You don't know.
Wait a second.
Give it that 3 months.
Suppose him snoring like snoring.
Exactly.
Get that
3 months before you start say this is the love that you're looking for. So that 1 week, 2 week relationship, or now hug up and a post up each other, I'm not stopping you from doing so, you know. But don't be surprised if these are the person them a post up back 2 weeks time. Yeah. And that would them find another love.
And sometimes, you know, through these stages, the people are dating. So while you they are fall in love, the man have another date after him drop off you.
Right. So you might not have been the chosen one. You were one of the options. So give it some time, people. That's our rule number 1. If you want to find out whether or not it's love versus infatuation, our first suggestion is to give it some time. So the instant spark, infatuation, if it dies out after a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 months, then you know it was just a little mental, like a little infatuation. I like the idea of the person, but you know, when you really get to know them now, you say,
I really like that so much.
Exactly. So infatuation done out. All right. So the next point we want to look at is
we focus on reality versus fantasy.
There you go. All right. So
when you're infatuated, you often fall for the idea of someone. Idea. So you might ignore all of the red flags them or idolize the person. So you might imagine a perfect version of them, which we understand why people do that. Love sees the real person. So after you see all of the man ugly flaws, after you see all the man true, you know what's not true nice. Yes, so after you see all of the real person, their strength, flaws, and everything that comes with them, and cares for them in a way. So if you are more into the fantasy of what the relationship could be, highlighting could be, then it's definitely infatuation.
All right, so see, people, I tell you there, as I said, now you look at the time. Second part, you want to look at whether you're focusing on fantasy versus reality. You have persons that are in a relationship and they are telling you what the relationship could be. Everything they matter about is a probability. And it's not the fact. It's not the reality. Oh no, man! Him have money, so he can take me away to this place and that place. And
he not take her away.
No, she doesn't run away yet, but he can do.
Wow.
Yeah. Or in there, no worry yourself, man. Him soon left the other 3 girl them, and him gonna settle down with she.
And then when he say him left the 3 girl them, and he realized that certain time coming up, she can't get him phone, and things are going. Listen.
Yeah. Once you realize it's all about the probability and the hope and the prayer and what will happen and what could happen, that's infatuation. I'll be able to say, you're talking low. All right, so you have to project a little bit more.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes. All right. Fiona says yes. It's the depth. It's the durability. It's the time. Look at the intention of love. Unbeatable says time versus what? Time versus quick instant spark. So time versus instant spark. So give it some time rather than just work with, you want the person kiss,
you get motivated, and you want
that's
class,
there you go.
Get married, all that.
Yeah. And that has happened before. Your sister, you not even have to know them. You just see them. You just look at them and you say, wow, that would be so nice if I could just be together with this person.
You see, all of them could be.
That's what I'm saying. What is a bag of probability? I hope I pray. That sounds like infatuation. It's
infatuation.
Like, it's infatuation.
If you're not talking, so you know, say him give me last.
Yeah.
Him care me go yes, so. Him care me go this, so. Me can't trust him.
Yeah.
Then maybe we can talk about the love, but
yeah.
With the coulda, shoulda, woulda.
And what I was thinking as well, if you think about it, infatuation, it sounds a little bit like imagination.
Right.
So it's not real. It feels real. It looks like it might be real, but people
imagination.
Give it a little more test. Out of your time. All right. So the 2 points we looked at so far, we look at time versus instant spark. So you give it some time versus the quick, I love them person that today. And focus on fantasy versus reality. So If I just hope and pray, believe in, and one day we will be together forever. And
One
if
day
not,
at a time.
yeah, those are one of your two first steps to look at. Now, what I would say is, since we have this issue with infatuation and love, how long or what's a good time frame to say
that you love somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not really put a time.
No, there's no exact time, It's about, we're going to estimate or give an idea.
Every relationship different.
Yeah.
And for some people, your experience with 3 months, other might experience that within 3 years.
Yeah.
So I can probably say a year.
A year.
When you have truly experienced that person, you probably went through a little two hiccups up here and there.
Yeah.
You probably argued a little 3 times already.
Yeah.
Yes. It's probably a year.
All right. Fiona says, especially in the church, it happens, then divorce becomes an option. Instant spark and then divorce later. No, that is true. I mean, as I said, if you just give things some time, I mean, if you love somebody, I understand you want to let them know. But I'm like, you can take another month to think about it and then you tell them. I mean, I think when you try not to rush things, I think it work out a little better. Yeah. Today you meet them, tomorrow you love them. And then next week you break up.
You know about me, sir. You have to love me, you don't know me.
No, I just find it crazy. I know these people just meet last week. How are they?
You mean you love me?
Like,
and you're not laugh. You see that with a straight face?
It is crazy, but trust me, people, I know we all want to find love. I mean, most of us do. Some of us say them give up, but I can assure you.
Somehow we need to stop look.
If love drop on your doorstep, you will jump up. On the comments here, I see Fiona says a year based on the progress of the relationship. That's good. That's good. And Beautiful says like 1 year time to chew. Yeah, I think so. I think a year is definitely a good amount of time.
You choose certain things and go find a little date them already. You argue, you not happy.
You see the person in the deal with other people. You see them go on a shop, you see them go on a market, you get an idea, not just the local work experience that you have with this co-worker, you love your co-worker, or the person that you see at church, you love sister so and so, or just because you see them in action in church. What go on for the weekend when they're at church? What go on the week when they're at church? How them go on at home?
What go on at home?
What go on at
with them family, them mother, them father. Like what?
And how them treat you? How them treat your friend them?
And the type of friends the person have, because listen, if in par with a bag of cheater, don't make the man tell you say he's not a cheater. Birds of a feather flock together.
Hold on. That very risky-ish.
Like no why risky?
Because basically, for example, like me not rich, but my power couple rich people. You get my try say? So all the time the feather they will flock together at the
same. But you're coming.
What you must pay attention to is whether or not they are acting the same as them so-called. Yeah. Well. So if you say him friend them look like Gallus, for example. If him and him friend them are going the same, you must be able to tell the difference between him. Either him might tell him friend them say, listen me. No, but I want to go and do the thing with there so. But if I don't friend about road
when me they beside him, I'm gonna say that. If I'm gonna say that, I'm not gonna say, me I come. So me I don't really and truly know.
There's gotta be signs. But I get what you're saying. It's very tricky. But yes, as a brethren, if you want to make sure you're sending the right message to the ladies, you can't pair up with the gallis them, and then they gotta tell the ladies say, I want woman be like you.
I don't believe that.
They're not gonna believe you. See, from the ladies themselves, they're not gonna believe you, sir. So better share the best story.
When everybody else are cheap, you there.
So people, based on the comments, based on the feedback of everybody, it seems like a good time to figure out whether or not it's love versus infatuation. A year. I mean, you want to go probably 6 months, not bad. 6 months can go on. Because 6 months is a suitable amount of time.
I feel like you're still in the fairy tale land in a 6 months.
Not necessarily, because 6 months you're supposed to have some hard evidence. But what I would say about the 6 months is that is the level of activity in the 6 months. If this 6 months, you only see the person, let's say, once or twice for the month, then that 6 months is short. If you're spending 2-3 days a week with the person for 6 months,
that's a lot of time.
Enough communication, enough spending time, quality time, and all this. So you might be able to get a decision and see how they react around you. So as I said, the time is varied, but based on the frequency and how often you get along with this person and how you see them, and you should be able to tell
whether it's love or infatuation.
All right, people, we have point number 3 coming up, and then we're gonna take the break. So we're looking at the difference between love and infatuation. So 1 was time versus instant spark. 2 was focus on fantasy versus reality. And 3,
we have short-term thrill versus long-term commitment.
All right.
So infatuation is usually about excitement, passion, and that adrenaline rush. It can feel thrilling, but might fade quickly. So once that is all over and it wears off, you know it's infatuation.
All right.
So love is more steady and committed. It's about being there for each other. Boring days, tough times, and not just the fun stuff. It is the feeling only stick around when things are exciting. Then you know it's not love.
All right.
So what would be saying? You see the person who argue, you see the ugly things they mean, and really when you get the ick. Y'all remember that term, the ick, where you don't like, and you see all of that stuff, and you still decide, say, me love him, then you can say, yeah, man. But if the boy throw you off,
something wrong.
and if him, say you don't really love him. You don't really love him.
One thing I must point out, though, I find it very interesting. Whenever ladies talk about relationship, one of the first things they always start with is argument. So now we argue every day about a relationship. Sometimes we argue too much, But we want peaceful relationships. We want to promote more peaceful relationships. Arguments will happen, But some ladies feel like, say, if 2 months and an argument, the relationship done. No, ladies, it's called a peaceful life. It's called a happy life. So they can be happy without arguments, But as I say, once you're able to realize that the short term, we're going on dates, we're doing that. After a while, I'll go on a more dates. I'll see the person.
As I tell you, if you chew your off, you know say you never really love him.
The person call you, hey, what's doing? Let's go hang out, baby.
And his voice annoy you?
Yeah, that's it. You just start wrap it up. Get the show on the road. That's when say, it starts to be that infatuation. And especially for this one again, mostly for the ladies. Probably a guy who find, luckily to find a lady that's doing the bigger spending. But for the ladies, listen to me. If the guy not care or no fancy, she don't want to go.
Period.
That is infatuation. If you cannot hang out with, I understand you want to set a standard for like a first date and so on.
Yeah.
I understand, right? But if I don't know each other 4 months now, 5 months you've been dating, and the guy says to you, make we stop up our mothers to get to party, you're going to look for the man away. Something wrong.
Something wrong with you.
You never used to eat party before you there with the man.
And then that's so much one like.
Exactly, and that's what I'm showing. Because that now you actually can see that love is dependent
so
on where the man
gets.
Exactly. That is how you can tell the easy way we're talking about now, between love and infatuation is the thrill. If it's all about the thrill, or you can actually have some simple things to make
some good moments.
Sit down and say, my God, for them and us who carry one little cloth, the light on.
Have a little picnic.
Different house.
So people, they're the nicest loving her.
That is
not. They're the nicest
because that is the true love.
Stop make them know there's people here. No make no find love. I be an infatuation when I find because nowadays things are when
you meet a guy 2 weeks. I love him because he can fly me out.
Imagine. He might fly out likes. Everybody attitude what you expect.
But that's the likes. You cannot like a person because they might give you something. That is definitely a sign of infatuation. Or yeah. That's it. If we are to accent people, if you agree with us, let us know on the comments below. Let us know on the Instagram live. You can comment via WhatsApp 876-792-3530. So we're looking at 5 points. We have 2 more coming up after the break, and then we go into our final trivia giveaway segment. Don't go anywhere, people. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
All right.